Okay, I have finished tatting my basic necklace, wedding necklace. This is one I'm tatting for the a DAR project, heritage project. Excuse me, I do have a cough today. And what I'm doing is making a video so that when I go back and try to make this again for myself, I can figure out how I did the beading afterwards. What I have is a basic pattern. I have that in my folder that gives what the rings and chains are with the starting ring that will hold the clasp. And I'm using number 11 seed beads as I tat. So I finished the tatting, and now I'm going to add these embellishments here that are pearls and seed beads to complete it and make it into a wedding necklace. And what I'm using is wildfire beading string. It's 0.5 millimeter. It's very fine, and it's natural colored, which is the color of my tatting thread is natural. It's not white. And this is very, very strong, durable. It knots well and will not come undone. So that's what I'm using to do the actual beading. The needle I'm using is one of these wire needles that has the collapsible eye, because it's easier to get it through some of these smaller holes than like a regular beading needle. Beading needles tends to be a little bit too wide up here at this end, but this is like wire, so it collapses. So what I'm going to do is I've already gotten started, so I will continue on, and I'm putting on the needle, I'm using number 11, size number 11 seed beads, one of those, and then a number 4 or 4 millimeter pearl, and then another number 11 seed bead. The seed beads I'm using are Toco beads from Michael's. These are size 11, and the ones I'm using here are called Crystal. So I'm just going to take those and slide those down my string. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to thread this needle through the 11 seed bead that is already here between the two rings. Try to do this without getting my hands in the way of the camera. So I'm going to slide this right under or through that seed bead. Now, if it's really tight, you might need to use a hemostat, or I don't know really what they call these in the craft business, but in an operating room they're called a hemostat. They're for holding needles. They have a little clamp that holds them nice and tight. So once you get that through there, just put your finger on this ring and start pulling the thread till you get your pearls and beads right there, and then just put your finger on the ring and hold the pearls down the center of the ring, pulling it snugly. I'm going to flip the work over, and I'm going to stick the needle right in what would be the picot that's holding that seed bead, so that it goes through there like that. I'm going to pull that up till it makes a loop. Don't pull it all the way tight, just pull it up till you got a nice loop, and then make sure that you've got it pulled snugly. You can lay it down flat if you want to, and pull to make sure your beads are nice and snug where they're supposed to be. Don't pull it till it wrinkles. You just want to pull it tight, snugly. Put the needle through the loop, and then continue to tighten down the loop. Now it should be nice and snug. It's not going to go anywhere because you really made a lock join, which is a half of a double stitch with the needle. And here on mine, you can actually see a little bit of the thread on either side of my 3 beads there, but I don't really care that can be seen. It really blends in. You can hardly tell it's there. Plus it shows the tatting more. You can add another bead on either side if you want yours not to show the string at all. If you use sulky string, it'll just be clear and you won't even see it at all. I just prefer to use this Wildfire. It's very durable and strong and not swell. Okay, and I just continue all the way to the end with that, and then we'll make a lock join knot at the end doubled, and the top row will be finished. When I'm finished with that, I'll come back and show how I did the second row.